need some competition out here. Come on.
I think that was the difference for my journey, just touching the people. And I feel like we created a movement because, you know, even in the East Coast, my music had got so big where everybody was wearing camouflage jackets and bomber jackets, camouflage, everything like they was on it. And that's from, I think, me getting out there touching the people. And I think people don't realize, I think my first show was in the Midwest, was like Cincinnati, my first real show. And I was down there with a guy named Fresh. He was a DJ at the time. And my music caught on like that in the Midwest by me just going out there, being out there, touching the people. And I think it's a difference, man. I think a lot of people now they hiding behind these computers, but you got to get out there and go touch the people if you want to create a movement.
Definitely. Now talk about, as you guys call him, Lil Jay.
Yeah.
You seen him out in Houston. I think he was playing basketball out there, and you seen him in the club with a mink coat, and you wanting to do what he did. Talk about his influence and inspiration in your life, if you can.
So that's what I want to tell y'all. Now this music industry has so many snakes. Like I say, everybody want to outdo you. Everybody want to be you. When I seen Lil Jay in the club with that mink coat on, I celebrated him because I'm like, even till the day, he's my mentor. I don't see that there's nobody bigger than him in the game. For as me coming from the South, I look up to Uncle Luke, but these are my OGs. These are the guys that opened the doors and paved the way for me. So the Tony Drapers, I have to celebrate them. And when I seen it was a black man owner's own company, because I asked Lil Jay, I said, man, what you do? You rap? He said, no, I own the company. I'm the boss. And I said, damn. If I ever get into the record business, I was a basketball player then. I was playing for the University of Houston. And man, just the way he stopped and talked to me and let me know that, man, you know, I did it, you could do it. And I think that's what we have to be. I think this generation get caught up now that, you know, everybody got that sense of pride that they got to be better than the people that came before them. Now, these are the experts. When I look at Lil Jay, I respect him to this day because he opened the doors for me. That me seeing another black man be successful and have his own business in the music business. And I'm like, you know, you can't take that away. Nobody's perfect. I get that part. Everybody got their own flaws and whatever, but this guy actually did that way back then. And I was able to come behind him and still respect him and not be in a frame of mind where I got to outdo him. I mean, he's the godfather. I look at myself as, you know, Frank Lucas or something, you know, come down the line, but he's the godfather. And I think that's the way we got to do this generation. We have to be able to celebrate the people that came before us, and we got to stop all the self-hate and trying to outdo the people. And that's why I said so many snakes in the music business. That's why I got out. I got out early. I got out because I got tired. I'm like, this is about enhancing our culture. And what Snoop and them did this week with the Super Bowl, it was incredible, man. We celebrate them. I'm proud of Snoop and Drake and Mary J. Blige and 50, Eminem, what they was able to do. They showed the world that hip hop is here to stay, and that we growing up, and that if you do the right thing, you'll keep being blessed. And that's what we're doing. I mean, I'm celebrating Lil Jay because he opened the doors for me.
Speaking on that, and to kind of bring it to now, the generation now is very different. And we talk about the violence in hip hop, and violence has been going on throughout our culture in hip hop for forever, but it seems very different now. And it used to be life imitating art, but now it just seems like we're going to celebrate any crazy ass thing that we can possibly do. Talk about the music industry and how you kind of see it from afar and what you think of it now.
Well, I think the media is a big problem of it because they think the only way we could blow something up is get clicks in. Nobody even read the story no more. Everybody just go off a headline.
Yeah,
right. Run off of headlines. I think now you're pausing in these young people thoughts, and it's even a lot of older people pausing these young people's thoughts, telling them they need to do this, they need to do something wild. Nah, man, what about being yourself and being humble? You'll last a longer time. I think it's going to start with us having these conversations like this and being able to showcase the people that has the sustainability, the people that's doing the right thing. Even when you look at the Super Bowl, being able to celebrate Jay-Z, even though we've seen all the artists and hip hop out there, Jay-Z had to go build that relationship with the NFL to be able to open those doors for hip hop. So, we got to look behind the scenes. We always look in front of the screen, but look behind the scenes and see the people that are pulling the plugs and making a difference and building those resources so we can have change and growth and create economic empowerment. So, I mean, we are stronger together, and we're getting wiser. We're constantly growing, and I think that hip hop as a culture, we own something big, and it's starting right after this Super Bowl halftime show, showing the world, what hip hop could be, and how we able to take over all these corporations and brands. Now they need us to sell their products.
Right. If you can, could you talk a little bit about Cory Miller?
Yeah,
your brother. We covered a few stories over the last couple of years about hunger strikes and different things. I think we even talked to one of his representatives at one point. How is he doing? And any updates on him, if you care to share with the people?
Yeah, Cory Miller's my brother. I love him. I think a lot of celebrities and stars and people, people come in and to be a part of, trying to get him. He's an innocent man. But at the end of the day, man, I think education is what this is all about. Trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out. I mean, he's holding his head up. He's in good spirit. But at the same time, man, this is a difficult case because of what his name is, his stage name. And people shouldn't be incarcerated for a stage name. But this is not a federal case. This is a state case. So you have to build relationships with the governor, with people inside Louisiana. And I think that a lot of celebrities and entertainers, they don't understand that. So as a family, we're just trying to do our part, and we know one day we're going to get him out soon. Mac is home, and free Cory Miller, my brother, gonna come home soon.
And what do you think about, I was reading up about Louisiana. I'm not sure if they changed it, being the only state where somebody can be convicted, by a jury, or not convicted unanimously by a jury. I think it was like 10-2 or something like that.
Yeah, not
sitting in there.
It's crazy. That's why I say trouble is easy to get into, but hard to get out of, especially in Louisiana. This is not the place to have to be fighting for your freedom, even if you're innocent. I know so many people that's incarcerated now, even for marijuana, cannabis, a $20 bag of cannabis. They had a guy now serving a life sentence. And so that's when I came up with the 520 Cannabis Freedom Day. So,
right,
man, we fighting for so much stuff. I mean, cannabis is legal in 34 states, and it's not legal in Louisiana yet. So we just got to keep fighting, man. There's a lot of injustice, but, we got to do a lot of praying. It's going to take a lot of prayers.
For sure.
Indeed. I don't know if you know or saw Mayor Eric Adams in New York. He's trying to put a social ban on drill music, saying that it's terrible. It's leading to youth gun violence. He was speaking on a young rapper that passed away, a drill rapper. And we see, and obviously kind of pertaining to Cory Miller situation, the prosecution used his lyrics against him in that situation. So we see the power of lyrics, and we're trying to advocate against that. But what's your thoughts on the mayor pushing against just completely eradicating drill music altogether, or from social media, I should say?
Yeah, I just think that you know better, you do better. I mean, it's just entertainment, but at the same time, a lot of our young people are dying because they can't see the difference. And I think that's what the mayor is trying to say. I think he's saying it, but people not connecting to it because he's not saying it the right way. I mean, people are dying, and we have a lot of followers now to where young people are not being able to see that this is entertainment. If you look at what Scarface and that movie did for us back then, it turned a lot of people out, but a lot of us realized that this was just entertainment. And I think till we get these young people to realize that this is just entertainment, you don't you know, these guys are not living like this every day. So when you see that music, you thinking that you have to live like that. And it's the other people that are committing the crimes. It's not the artists that you're seeing. The artist is using this as entertainment to make it out the ghetto. But at the same time, the younger generation is brainwashed by this, whether it's blacks, whites, Latinos, or Asian. They don't really want to live that life, but they want to wild out. And when they get caught up, they don't realize that it was just entertainment from an artist. And so I just think once he's able to explain what he's trying to say, I think that people are going to see, you know, he's trying to save lives. But at the same time, I mean, we have the freedom of speech. We have the freedom to create any type of music. This is America. So I don't think it's going to stop that. But I think that people have to start being responsible for their own lives and stop, you know, pointing the fingers at other people. And I mean, I think as a kid, I watched New Jack City, Scarface, you know, so you can want to be Tony Montana. I mean, Scarface shot up the movie. I mean, he got shot 100-something times, so he was shooting with the machine gun. Did they mean that we wanted to live like that? The people that's going to take it and take the negative part and get brainwashed, they're going to do that anyway. They could go watch a Disney movie and do that. So, but I just think we got to stop pointing the fingers and finding excuses for people. We are dealing with mental illness in this country, but I also think that parents have to take accountability. You know, when my brother died at 19, you know, my parents had to take accountability for it, not just like, oh, well, we're going to blame it on some music or blame it on that. No, let's blame it on reality.